good, people? It's your man, Mr. X here. X'd out. Get your hand in my pocket. Also got my overalls on because it's Thanksgiving. Had some food with my council. I'm sorry, Indigenous Peoples Day. First shout out to the brothers and sisters of our ancestors who fought their ass off to keep their land, but was defeated by those damn dirty heathens. The white man and his antecedents. Today's topic is, I was thinking about this. I was talking to the council, right? I was talking to my brother, my convener, and hooked up the awesome meal. Shout out to brother Malik Muhammad. Hooked it up. And I was talking to him, and we were, talking about everybody, what everybody's talking about. Anybody in the revolutionary side, anyway, is talking about uh, the white man who was trying to bring Jesus to a colony and was met with some arrows, a lot of them, and was killed. And people were asking for charges to be brought up, and there's nothing the white man can do, and that's a beautiful thing. We're like, no, it's like literally, there's nothing he can do, nothing he can do. He caught all them arrows all up in his face, and that was a beautiful thing to wake up to. And you look at the articles that it says American was killed by primitive natives or savages, and they got pictures of them, and they look like they dancing or whatever. What we perceive to be a dance, it could be a warning maneuver, um, but it was beautiful. And I think for the people who are independent minded, of free thought, of deep consciousness, understand that once your eye is opened, you see the storyline for what it is, propaganda. The American, you see, as they put, the American, who is the knower of all things. This is what the white man has told us. The knower of all things, the creator of all things, the father of science, the father of philosophy, the father of teaching, father of agriculture, father of space, travel, architecture. The American was murdered and assassinated by these primitive, evil, criminalistic savages. That's what they really trying to say. How dare these niggas shoot us with arrows? Didn't we tell you there's still primitive looking, savage, non-civilized, mongrel looking people out in the world? That's what they're telling you. And the title says Sentinels versus uh, black people. Sentinels are the inhabitants of the island, North Sentinel Island, and they're the only island on the globe who's never been colonized. I could be wrong with that. It could be a couple others. I think there's some countries actually in Africa that has not been colonized, but I uphold to the fact that if unless all of us are free, none of us are free. And when you're free, you can allow somebody to come on your land. You can check them if you like what they say. They can stay. If you don't, you can boot them out because you're that strong of a nation. But see, that's the difference between them and us. No one on the outside is allowed to step foot on their island. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I was speaking about this with Brother Malik and trying to make the comparison. You see, we like to negotiate all the time. We just love to sit at the table. A lot of people love to sit at the table. People love to go to the common councils. They like to go to City Hall. They like to take pictures with the mayor, cheesing and whatnot. High-ranking politicians, all with the same non-melanated skin complexion, just to say they was there. Hey, I'm with this person at this time. I'm doing big things. Now, A discussion ain't even made. You just taking a picture. You will know real power. You see what I'm saying? So we negotiable. If you give us the right price, we'll stab back. We say Jesus is black, right? If the story is true, then the black man stabbed him in the back. Will set the tone for the rest of the next 5, 6,000 years. Who stabbed Martin Luther King in the back? Black man. Who stabbed Malcolm X in the back? Black man. Who stabbed Michael Jackson in the back? A black man. Probably got Prince too. Tupac. Biggie. Keep naming them. It's a brother that stabbed him in the back. Why? Because we negotiable. Yo, man, this is gonna go down anyway, bro. So this is what we can do, especially Dr. King. All them coon fools, John Lewis, dancing and screaming out, vote, vote. You don't like the atmosphere? Vote. You don't like the way the world is being run? Vote. You want clean water? Flint, Michigan? Vote. You want to stop the killings in Chicago? Vote. For who, John? I don't know. Just vote. That's the dudes that was running with Dr. King. They all got book deals and TV shows and movies and all that. Dr. King in the same place he's been since 1968. They make the deal, bruh. People was raising their hand. Ooh, I sell them out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pick me, Mr. White Man. Pick me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Pick me. I sell them out. I do it. I swear I do it. Reverend Jesse Jackson. Listen, Mr. White Man, all you gotta do is give me access to all the women's and some men's. I'll take some men's too. Give me all the women's and the men's. I'll do a rainbow coalition. It'll be all of us together. You'll be in charge of it. And I'll act like I'm the leader, but I'm really the deceiver. After NAFTA, when white folks stop their laughter. And he did it. Negotiable. North Sentinel Island, listen. Because you look at them, you think they may not know math or science or speak regular English because you colonized. You completely utterly colonized. Clothes I'm wearing, all this stuff. All this stuff here, this colonization. This ain't our clothes. This ain't our fabric. It's ours, but we have no idea where they got it from. They got it from us. They got it from our lands, right? They ship all the shit, all the factory jobs over to China. So everything you see on you is Chinese and stuff. They just, they take, look, when they come and they are tourists and they come and observe your ass, they take pictures, they take video, they go home, they perfect it, and they make it an economy. Same with white folks. They make an economy out of it. What niggas like to do? They like to travel from Albany to New York. Let's make a bus. Don't worry about fixing the bathroom. Don't worry about it. $25, $30 a ride. No matter how bad we treat them, they'll flood the bus. We ain't got one bus. They'll drive their non-driving asses down there without getting in an accident. The bus may break down and may not. They'll get another bus in 20 minutes. You still paid your money, so they still getting paid. What the niggas like the t-shirts? You know, we're selling us all them fucking t-shirts on the t-shirt era. People from Korea and China, Japanese, Japan. We got t-shirt 4X, 5X. We getting 3 white new t-shirts every day. Man, I had like 35 of them things. They get too dirty, you go buy another one. We didn't care. We just wanted a white t-shirt. They wanted you to pay your money and get the fuck out their store. Negotiable. North Sentinel Island, you get near that island, listen, I'm only so strong, right? And we got spears. We don't need no guns because we don't think like that. We don't got no nuclear weapons because we don't think like that. If you don't know what materials we got on the island, we're not going to tell you. We don't use them in abundance. What comes out must go back in. So if we got material, we're going to use it the way it needs to be used, the most will stay. Most of it will stay. For instance, if we need more material, if snowstorms start just hitting us, then obviously we got to take more material to cover us up so we don't freeze to death. But if it's 100 degrees, there's no need for clothes. So I'm going to cover up what I need to cover up, and that's it. But you've been taught to see that they are primitive beings. You've been told that throughout the last 150 years, especially 100 years since the television has been created, the propaganda. That's what you've been shown from your heritage. So you don't want nothing to do with Africa. That's what they showed you in Africa, right? Dark folks with little hair, with bones in their nose, and all that other stuff. They don't want you to. They don't want you to. No, don't go back. You don't need to go back. Stay here and be our slaves. The freest people on this planet. Because they said if you come within 200, I could throw this bitch 200 yards. If any of you motherfuckers come 200 yards, you gonna get an arrow in the fucking eye. Dude holding up his Bible. Hey, I got Jesus. I got arrow, motherfucker. It's gonna go right through your Bible and see if Jesus can stop this arrow going through your goddamn head. See, if we had done this 6,000 years ago, or however was it, 400 years ago, 400 or 500 years ago, if we had done this then, we'd be all right. I wouldn't be here talking to you. But you know what? We beefing, right? We fighting. Cracker come along and say, hey, man, listen, I got these weapons and stuff. And we tried this experiment, some of your brethren come and do some work for us for free. And it worked out. And the Pope said that we can actually do it in abundance. And so I see that you got a little skirmish going on, a little thing going on, a little beef or whatever, and you got some captive. Why don't you let me get that up off you? I'm negotiating. Let me get that up off you, because you don't like them anyway. I mean, you ain't doing nothing with them. You just got them in the cage and stuff like that. Instead of saying, I don't like you, you smell funny, and somebody get the lions and the hyenas and go ahead and me and him beefing right now. I don't like him right now too much. But I'm gonna figure out to do something with him other than, I don't know, you stink like a mud. I don't know why, and you got a lot of hair on you. Get Simba and them, Mufasa, go ahead. Instead of doing that, we start negotiating. They got white women. We ain't never seen that before. What is that? Is that a white woman? You got white women? You got a ship? Your ship look different than ours. Maybe we could do something. And then he came down with the muscle. He said, click, click. Y'all seen Martin? Oh, not Martin. Y'all seen Life? Look, I'm trying to go in the store to get these pies. How about I turn y'all to nigga pie? Oh, all right. So you said 35 miles that way. Go down. Okay, we'll go down there. Click, click. He said, thank you for that business. Why don't you get in a boat too? Click, click. Click, click. So, oh, damn, we done got. So instead of sicking Simba and Mufasa and Scar and all them on them ugly white hairy devils, we negotiate. It's like North Sentinel Islanders. They read all the literature on our mistakes and said, we just not going to do that. Don't even matter what's going on the island. Don't matter. We don't know if they beef. If we know they know the meaning of beef, because they got their own language. So there's probably certain things that's not even I can't say English lexicon with their foreign language lexicon, because their language is foreign to us, but our language is foreign to them. So they're speaking their native tongue. So they can communicate, and we can't understand what they're saying, but we can communicate and understand what we're saying. But they got one thing on code. Whoever's the chieftain of that island has said, ain't nobody who don't look like us stepping foot on this island. Nobody. I don't give a fuck what they got. We don't know what it is anyway. So all of it got to go. Arrows, and that's not the first time that's happened. This has happened over the last, I want to say 15, 20 years in terms of recordings. People go through at night The next thing you know, you see them floating by you the following day with arrows in their heads, wrists and necks slit. Not a game. No, no. And they'll spend. Let's see how they spend it. Like, telling them about you. You a missionary, brother. This is already in here, recorded history. We know what that's about. The jig is up with all that. You're gonna come out. You have to come up with some new tricks. And they're not gonna bomb the island because they want to see what's valuable on it. There's something there they want. Crackers always want something to put them ahead of the arms race. Maybe they got some type of element that puts us in an arm race. Maybe we can sell these people. Maybe we can sell the island. Maybe we sell the materials within the land. Money, money, money is what these crackers want. And you know what? The people who got the resources to send these people out there are the ones that has the most resources, that are the richest on the planet. Want more money than what they got. You got $6 billion, and you're gonna send excursions to islands uninhibited by civilized people, white people, to find minerals and resources there, so that you can take them. Because that's what you ain't no negotiation. You want to take them. You send in blankets and food and all that stuff. They don't need blankets and they don't need food. They've been there fine without your white ass. Don't everybody need your white ass? See, that leads me to black people. See, the North Sentinel Islanders, who are our ancestors, who are our brethren. I know you don't want to be related to anybody like that, but they are brethren. But if you try to get your black ass on that island, they'll put an arrow on you too. You ain't bringing that white man shit over here. Use a white nigga anyway. Take this arrow in your face. Get your mind right. No, because you can't live without the white man. I need the white man. I love the white man. Wait. Yuck, 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 yuck. These people are totally independent. They do everything on their own. The moment we start talking about that in our community, oh, you teaching hate, brother. We supposed to love everybody. Man, you have conversations with people when they're talking. Listen, we went. Woo, shout out to my brother Amafrika. I ain't seen my man in a minute. He handled it. He handling this business, trying to take care of the school. Shout out to ISUPK. We went to this thing 4 or 5 months ago. Um, the history of HBCUs, and the entire documentary was basically about how black people excelled and improved their conditions when they were left alone to just figure it out. We had all the resources. We had enough resources, millions of acres of land in the South. We could do all the jobs. We just didn't have enough protection, and we were still peddling white Jesus. No protection, white Jesus, dangerous combination. So at the end of the documentary, my brother raised his hand and talked about separation. They hate. I can see it was only like 7 or 8 people there. Like separation. Before he can get like 4 sentences out, this old woman jumped up. No. See, you are not going to separate. We are not about any type of separation. That all cultures can teach us things, and they all have input, valuable input we can all utilize to better our situation. And I'm just looking at this like, I know this brother had to know this was coming. Some was started by us, some was started by them. It's run by their money, but we built it from scratch because we couldn't go to other their schools, and we know the history. The documentary kind of went over the history, pseudo-ish. But right now, as of right now, they're not controlled by us. Just because you call it historically black college don't mean it's black. Anything that got black on it don't mean it's black. They have taken that word and modified it and perverted it, and it's become deranged. I like the black when white people cross the street when I'm coming down the street. I like that black. Black is no longer, well, it is still that, but in terms of the context, it's not that anymore. You know what I mean? It's not the brothers with the black leather, with the, with the doors and the glasses and whatnot, the young brothers back in the 70s who were now elders and political prisoners with guns drawn, having shootouts with the police. That's the glorified part. But I'm quickly realizing the survival stuff that the Panthers did to follow police officers who arrested black people go and pay their bail so that they can gain another member because they had dues, they had a system, an economic system to help and protect their people and to feed their people gets lost. They want to make sure that you don't know nothing about that, so they label them a terrorist group where they were thoroughly infiltrated. You see what I'm saying? When you align yourself with white people and you call yourself socialist and all that, now you leaving yourself wide the hell open for infiltration. It was too easy to destroy the Panther Party. So we're dealing with that. We got that going on when it comes to black people. Like I said, Dr. King, Malcolm X, infiltration, infiltration, infiltration. We can't do nothing but lean on the white man. White man, we love you. HBCUs, we're gonna be down with you. Listen, we don't know what you talking about. All white folks ain't bad. All of it came out. All that came out, man. I just said, listen, we should build our own independent schools, and so that we can have a tunnel towards HBCUs. And now the funding hands changed. Now we're funding our own schools. Now we have more say in what's going on in the HBCUs because they're still fabulous places, but the minds of our young people are Negrofied. I didn't say that because that led to another argument. I'm not going to argue with 60-year-old white black woman. That what was there. And so I told him, I said, brother, these are the sisters who were escorted to the integrationist schools. You're not ever going to get them to say, you know what, we should separate. They risk their lives literally to be next to white people. You don't look at it in that context. Better education? No. You niggas wanted to be around white folks. Like, damn it, I'm an American citizen and I'm part of this country. I helped build this country and I want to go in that shop right there where they serve good food. Instead of going to your shop and making sure it looks just as good, if not better, than that shop. And eat at your own damn shop with your own people. Everybody in town you know. So that's what we do. We go and I don't want to denigrate my people, but F it. This is Indigenous Peoples Day. Shout out to North Sentinel Islanders for shooting the arrow. I gotta learn how to shoot the arrow. I gotta learn how to shoot bow and arrow. Yeah. And let's compare to what they do because I did this before and I want everybody to know this. So you look at again, you look at the Islanders, the Sentinels, and they're primitive and savage. But they have their own language, their own customs, their own culture, all the things that were stripped from us and we don't even want to deal with anymore. We don't want nothing to do with it. We don't want nothing to do with Africa. We want nothing to do with culture. We want nothing. No, 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 no. No. Everything they do, we've taken it and perverted it. And the white supremacists have gone to Africa and tried to basically make it LGBT. They won't call it Africa no more. They won't call it LGBT, LB, LLZWT, RST, AEIOU. I don't know. Sometimes why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't care about political correctness. I want freedom. I see where it's going. People don't want to have conversations. They want to emotionally back these movements that are trying to kill us. They're trying to commit genocide. We allow this stuff to happen, and this is why we're the conditions we in. These people had an arrow and said, "You got one more step," and they just said it just to be courteous because they was gonna kill him anyway, and they killed his ass. No, you ain't bringing white Jesus over here. No, I don't want to get down and close my eyes. And I want to stand up and I got the Bible and you got the land. We're not taking our land. That's why the South Africa, the residents of South Africa, the indigenous people, black people, can't get their land back. Still trying to figure out that. They've been trying to do it for the longest of time. But you got Negroes there who are doing deals to keep the land away from black people. Talk about compensation. Nah, ain't no compensation. No. You stole the damn land. You stole it. Why am I compensate you for you giving me back what the fuck you stole from me in the first place? You go to North Sentinel Island, you get an arrow in your ass. Then you ain't got to worry about none of this. Tekashi 6ix9ine. People are literally upset that he's going through this, man. This is sad, man. See, these young people need some mentorship, some guidance. It's unfair that what had happened to that young man. That's just terrible. Now, when he was doing this bullshit, what nobody saying, yo, he need to stop this. Somebody need to talk to him to slow this down. Oh, his lyrics is tight. Oh, he doing stuff that ain't nobody else doing. Yo, he's savage. He, all that other stuff. Whoop, whoop, as my people say. So I'm watching closely because I know that it's coming. It's coming. He doing too much. He was doing too much. He in the hood starting beefs with 30 people around him, black people around him. It's like Dutch Schultz and Bumpy Johnson. Dutch Schultz hires black people to be his goons, not because he like black people, not because he want to hire black people, because when he go to war with other black people, it's black people killing black people. He was an unbelievable racist. So whenever he get in the wars, yeah, he'll shoot the gun too. But for the most part, there's niggas out there dying for him. So what you think gonna happen when he start these beefs with other black people and they finally roll up and start shooting? Who gonna get hit? Him or the people around him? Because they gotta eat off him. You know what I mean? I eat with him. Yeah, Vanilla Ice had dancers too. Black people around Vanilla Ice. Look at his old videos. He was on Ninja Turtles. Dancing with black people. He out in front doing Vanilla Ice, 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 Ice. Shout out to Suge Knight. He went North Sentinel on his ass. Let me hang you outside the window. Ice, ice, baby. It's mine, baby. How you like them apples, baby? Ice those, baby. Let me get that up off you, baby. I was talking to the guy, and we was building the night, man, because I was, I keep it in the proper context. But when you're trying to organize and build, when you want to do things on your own, when you want to say, listen, man, I know you handing out turkeys to people, and I can appreciate that, right? But I'm really just into black people. And I can convince myself, which is justified, that these people need to eat. And sometimes they only get a large meal or a meal at all when people are handing out turkeys. So I empathize with that. Do they know the history? I love to have an opportunity to have the food. We dealing it out to black people, and I'm telling them about the history of this particular so-called holiday that was made for economic purposes, that was moved a couple times for economic purposes. You see what I'm saying? So it's connected right because so you got Thanksgiving, now you gotta get ready for Christmas. Let's boost the economy. Give a damn about no pilgrims and Indians. We took the land. So yeah, we'll tell a story, and we'll tell a story how we want to tell a story. No one asked the questions, where the damn Indians at? How come I don't see no more Indians? If y'all got along, y'all had Thanksgiving dinner the first ever Thanksgiving. What happened? Because I don't see them no more. They killed them. We don't got no problem. Shout out to Brother Kalbar Kameen. We don't got no problem. Our problem was that white folks got a problem. They got a problem with us. So we got to have a problem. We don't even want that smoke. Brothers and sisters usually don't act unless you do it right in front of their face. You got to be all types of niggas in front of their face. Then they'll ride on you. So it only leads us one way in terms of getting free from this oppression. Because anytime you try to organize in a manner that's non-violent, and I ain't talking about protesting and all that. I'm talking about disseminating information, education, feeding, clothing, shelter. What entrepreneurs want to start their business? Let's get your paperwork straight. Let's form a community around you that you know is guaranteed going to support you. Advertising. Get your hand in my pocket. We're cranking them out. Advertise with us. I'll bring people there also to purchase what you are buying, whether I need it or not. That's the type of culture you have. That's the type of culture you gotta have. Cracker across the street, he sells stamps. My homegirl across town, she sells stamps. I'm getting in the car, I'm going across town, I'm getting stamps for my homie. I'm gonna show you the support. Yeah, I talk a whole lot of shit, but I backs it up. I backs it up. And people don't want to be in the front lines, okay, This is what I need you to do. 3 times a month, since you don't do shit else. Go to this sister store and spend $10. That's $30 a month you spend in there. Start from there. Tangible stuff. That can be done. We all live in the same vicinity. You can drive somewhere and spend $5 fucking. You can do that. Stop that shit. You can do that. And that's your contribution. And we'll take that. See, North Sydney Islanders, they ain't gotta do that. They already got a system laid out. Ain't no other shades of people that they going against. We don't even know. I'm just assuming. Because we can't get that close to for someone to learn the language, someone to know their customs. Is there a chieftain? It might be led by a queen. We don't know. We don't know. We know they black, but they probably don't call themselves black. No shit. We don't even call ourselves black. You know what they call this man? Red. They called him Red because he had red hair. He was light skinned. He called himself black. How many light skinned people you can get to call themselves black? Come on, bro. And I'm German. I'm German, Irish, Italian, Scandinavian. I'm a little bit of everything, bro. You black, man. But if you don't want to be black, then you're not black. But the cracker think you black, and he gonna treat you as such. At the end of the day, the floor, our ceilings, their floor, still remains. You may get treated better socially, Cory Booker. You may be allowed to say a couple things, but you'll get your nigga wake up card whenever you get too big. That's what black people got to deal with. See, we have the power to be the North Sydney Islanders. We have the power to be able to do that. It can be done. Massive potential. You don't create a system like this to stop weak people. Again, I'm gonna use the analogy like I've always used. If you're an athlete, when you play the worst team in the league, you don't even warm up for them. You go up there playing around, or football, you can't really do that. But basketball, uh, uh, you could not play the first 35 minutes and then turn up the last 3 minutes and beat them. When we talking about life, and I said this too, I was on the roll too. I said the advancement of black people are almost appalling in whites. Think about it like this. When you look at athletics and you see the advances we are naturally making amongst our people, you seeing 6'8", 280-pound point guards that are 17 that can change direction and stop on a dime like that. But the white player basically looks the same he's always looked. Like there's no advancement. And you have some that are few and far between, but you can tell, like what they say, they got some black in them. Down the line, they got some black genes in them. Why? Because they know we was dominant. They had to create a new breed of white man. It's like the Blade story. What did they do with Blade? Shout out to Blade. Tell me you seen all the Blades. Your niggas ain't seen the Blades. I don't know what to tell you. First, second, and third. What are they trying to do? They're trying to cut him open and see what makes him him. Why is he a half vampire, but he fucks all the full vampires' asses up? No one, these 200 vampires in the building is just him. And they all running out the fucking building. All the movies, he chasing their ass. They vampires, and it's more of them than him. And he's only half vampire. So it's the same thing with us. You be the worst black player and you play amongst white people, you can kick their hind part. Am I being racist? No. Because anything I'm saying won't have nothing to do, won't stop you from getting your bank loan and the car you want and the Fortune 500 business that you have. You won't not be CEO because you felt hurt from what I said. You know it to be true. This is amusing me. This conversation right here that you're listening to amuses you. Man, we was in some type of expose about racism. Gotta love those, right? And it was put together pretty good. I go to these things to recruit. I really do. I support my brothers and sisters who put it together. Shout out to them. I appreciate what you did. I appreciate what you're trying to do. And so when I go there, I'm looking for other black people who I could probably nab from you. I'm just It's for the greater good. Trust me, because you know I don't believe in integration, and I will never walk with that line ever. I've done that before. I've done that. I've done that. I'm good. I'm good. This last half of my life is gonna be with black folks. So guy gets up at the end, and there's always somebody. It's always apologetic. We can't never be unapologetically black. We got to be apologetically black. I'm sorry for being black. So the guy stands up, right, and he says, "I'd just like to know how all the white folk feel about what's said today." And whenever you go in one of these meetings, there's always an important white guy somewhere. He's always somewhere. You just got to keep an eye out for him, and you see who talks the most and shakes hands. And when, oh, there you go. That's that motherfucker right there. That's the white dude. That's the white dude everybody want to know and pony up to and shit, and get his card and talk to him. So the brother got up and said, "Yeah, well, I like to know. I would like to know how the white folks feel because a lot of things were said today about racism and our place in it. I just like to know." Tom, especially the dude name, I don't know what his name was. I'm just making up a name. Tom, especially, I came in with you. I really like to know what you think about what was being said. And he was like halfway paying attention. And the dude jumped up like, "Me? You want to know what I think?" He said, I didn't think nothing of it. And there was some hard stuff being said, but that's all it is. It's words. When you start doing action, that's when they summon you to have a conversation. When you're always beating down their door, they not home. When you start doing your own shit, then they come knocking, "Hey, they Quinn. Man, I didn't know you're doing a fabulous job, man. I just wanted to come and tell you you are doing a fabulous job what you do in the community. I really appreciate what you're doing. I wanted to shake your hand. I wanted to sit down and talk to you about some things. I would like to help. I have $50,000 to go to your initiative, and I really want to help you." And you give the 50 G's and you do the pictures and all that other shit, and they don't even say nothing the first 50 G's. You got to get hooked. It's the drug. What did the drug dealer do? He give you a free taste. You take the taste. You like, "Did you like that? Word, you know what I mean? I got some more, man. Just let me know, you know. Word, I'm gonna let you know." And then you come down. He's like, "Yo, you got some more?" He give you another piece. "Yo, man, I'ma holler at you." By the third time, your ass is hooked. "Yeah, man, I got charged now, bro. 50. Now your ass. These are the little documentaries they used to show us in school. How people get hooked on drugs, and it was always a white boy. We're the criminals and we're the drug dealers. But in school, when we went over drugs and they showed documentaries, it was always white boys that were selling the drugs in highfalutin white areas. Crazy, right? That's what happens when you control the propaganda media. They can tell you when you're gonna believe me and your lying eyes. But anyway, that's how they roll. So he was like, "I don't care. I don't. Didn't bother me nothing at all. I mean, I can appreciate what everything. I can appreciate your perspective on things, and I'm really gonna take that in to account. But as far as my feelings, I didn't, I feel like white man don't care. Initially, in society, white women couldn't touch black men. You was gonna get skinned alive and hung. They still don't like it, but for the greater good of white supremacy, they finally said, "All right, nigga, here, you can have her. You can have her." And we went crazy. "Oh my God, we can have it. We really, we can actually. You serious? I partook too. I was in there. I got me some white women. They tell you no for so long. This is strategy, bro. This is strategy. You know, their strategy book is like this fucking big of ways to manipulate the African mind, and using the white man's woman is one of them. This shit is chess. It ain't checkers. What did Denzel say? It's not chess. It's checkers. Or it's not checkers. It's chess, man. This is real. So now you can't hide a white woman. Now you can have her. Niggas went crazy. What about your own woman? You got all the colors in the world, bro. The black woman can produce every color you want. And you going after this pale face that can only produce one color. You got red bones, light skin. You got all that. You don't want that. You want the white woman. You want to marry her. You want to have confused ass children with her. North Central Island ain't no confused children. They get the bow and arrow, nigga, out the womb. The first thing they learn is kill invaders. Us, Takashi 69 still. I'm going back to that. He in jail about to snitch. Cause all the people around him is black. So he getting his story together and he about to sing like a motherfucker. And his accent gonna be going and all that. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. He showed the video. This is how we gonna sound. Guys, that was just a ruse, right? I was just playing up the black culture, denigrating it a little bit more. But I have all the information you need. All the guns are stored at Jaquan's house. He lives in 223 Riverton Road, um, Inglewood, Los Angeles. Yes, he lives there. It's in the basement, third room on the left. There's some grenades. There's a pit bull there, some 45s. He actually got a couple 22s to put in your shoes. He likes that 22s in your shoes, the Biggie Smalls line or whatever. Um, and he's got some itching powder in socks down there. I don't know, but something new. We felt it's a joke, but we got it. So be careful of that. That's how we sound. When they snitch on you, nigga, they white card. See, they don't ever lose the white card. They don't ever lose the white card. We give up our black card whenever it's time to chuck and jive and dance and do the moonwalk and all that shit for white folks. We'll give it up. Our voice get real high. Then we lose all our soul in our voice. Or if we do it, it's on some mammy shit. All that bullshit. Oh, I wasn't playing tonight.